Hare Krishna. Om Jnanatinandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nami Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravana Nirvisesha Paschatadeshtali. We'll continue our discussion on this topic. So yesterday we were discussing the effects of bhakti and one more important thing. Actually, we discussed this also. One name chanting, how it is going to change everything. If you remember, Sakritapi, even once. So this is not. It's a very nice explanation. So I'll just share the screen for you, and then we will continue the discussion. Because what is happening is the soul received something higher. So as soon as it receives, then the tendency to enjoy with the mind and senses, that will remain, but the soul is longing for something higher. So that is where the difference comes. And so we have to know that if you give something higher to the soul, it will never go, it will always long for it. And that is actually what is happening in this case. I will just share the PPT. Mhm. Credential. Mhm. So this was our discussion yesterday. The the problem is that we have to know that this historical narrations, why we discuss about this important point, that in a Vedic culture we were not interested in history, who is doing how much, what and all. We are interested in some important incidents that happened. So that makes a difference. So only the important incidents are recorded which are meant to change our consciousness, give some important lessons. Then we saw that here one wrong activity pulled everything down. One right activity also pull us up. So sadhana, if you just focus on one thing very seriously, get absorbed in one act of sadhana, it will pull us up. And absorption in one wrong activity makes all bad qualities come. So that was the collapse. So great way, illicit connection. So Ajamila started with this, and then the collapse, the loss of character, and illegitimate maintenance, and total degradation. So these are the steps it happened for Ajamila. And then we discussed that at the age of 88, he was years of uninterrupted accumulated sinful living. And then we saw anomalies. He ignored the Vedic life stages. Vanaprastha sannyas continued as a householder. And now then we saw that the 10th and youngest son born in Ajamila's twilight years, and he named him Narayana. So that was the good thing happened. And this is what is the most important. What happened is that after above the surface, the conscious intent. Ajamila called out Narayana, come eat, and he has zero devotional intent. He simply addressed his toddler. But what is happening below? He is accumulating Ajnata Sukriti, and there is a stage of nama bhasa, a shadow of reflection of the pure name. Even when unintentional or impure, the holy name does not wait for the chanter's understanding to activate. And that's why Prabhupada writes, in Hindu culture, we put the names of Lord for the children so that they will, and that happens also. Like grandfather is so much attached to the grandson, and he kept his name Rama. And the grandfather is chanting, and by the time in the end of his life, he's interested in that grandchild. Like my grandmother was attached to my cousin. His name is Venkat Ramana. So it is Lord Rama's name, Venkata and Ramana. Now she is thinking of him and dying. Of course, at least the name will benefit. I don't know where she went, but some benefit will be there. And absolute weight of the final conscious moment, the state of mind at the time of death, that will decide the destination of next life. That we all know it. Yam yam vapis manam bhavam or ante narayanaspati. Now, this is the purport from Sridhar Swami, Veer Raghvacharya, and with the other Tirtha. So, these three acharyas, they have given commentaries on this. Actually, Prabhupada writes in the purport. So, he says that what happened for Ajamila here, of course, that is going to come more detail next chapter also. But in this purport, what is given, we'll discuss. Sridhar Swami, Prabhupada writes, the core mechanism is constant repetition. So why Ajamila got? Because he constantly repeated state of consciousness, unconscious evolution. So Narayana, his son, has already elevated him to the platform of bhakti without his realization. So that is the comment of Sridhar Swami. Because he chanted Narayana, 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 Narayana. So he got elevated to the platform of bhakti without his realization because of chanting the name. Viragavacharya says, auditory absorption, asakti. He says that uh, fixed attention. Even though addressing the boy, his mind became genuinely fixed on the sheer sound vibration of the name at the critical moment. So this is what Viragvacharya says, that he was chanting Narayana, come Narayana, Narayana. So when Yamadutas came, he became so fearful. He started chanting Narayana. He's calling his grandson. But after some times, instead of focusing on the sun, he started focusing on the sound vibration of the name at the critical moment. So that's what Viragvacharya says. And with the other Vijayadvaja Tirtha, he says that by the Lord's mercy, a sudden internal flash revealed the actual child form of Narayana to his mind. So this is uh, Vijayadvaja Tirtha's commentary. Vijayadvaja Tirtha's commentary for our Madhva Sampradaya is very special. Gaudiya Sampradaya is special because he is the one, Vijayadvaja Tirtha is the first commentator of Bhagavatam in Madhva Sampradaya. Madhvacharya gave commentary, but he just gave commentary in the sense he wrote important verses, explanation for important verses. But here he here he Vijayadvaja Tirtha, he gave first devotional commentary to Bhagavatam and Madhu Parampara. So that is where the devotion entered into Parampara. Because to write commentary on Bhagavatam, two things are needed: devotional sensitivity and philosophical clarity. So both were there for Vijayadvaja. That's why it is very special. And Prabhupada took the commentary and he is actually mentioning here. Right? And then we will see this mechanism. This is all from Prabhupada purports only. The universe extracts karmic depth with mathematical summary. Body plus mind plus words. The three instruments of action. Three instruments action and three witnesses of sin. three witnesses of sin and arrival of three Yamadutas. Ajamila sees three terrifying figures. So he did sins with body, mind, and words. So he got three Yamadutas came, deformed, fierce faced, with hair standing on end and ropes in hand. Yamaraja's order carriers have arrived to collect the debt of 88-year-old. 88 years. No narrative detail in the Bhagavatam is arbitrary. The theology dictates the physical reality of the senses. See what happens na, the Yamadutas cannot touch the soul. Soul cannot be burned, soul cannot be broken, soul cannot be tied. Nothing can be done with the soul. Yamadutas have an ability to extract the subtle body, separate the subtle body from the gross body. That is that much talent, that much power they have. They can remove the subtle body from the gross body. That's how they use the ropes for dragging. Because the soul is attached to the subtle body, it goes along with it. As such, soul cannot be tied. Soul, nothing can be done to the soul. You remove the pranavayu, the soul don't have option. It does not have a place to stay there. Like say if somebody is watching, he's sitting with his laptop in the front and is watching a movie. Like children, it happens. They're watching some cartoon. And you take the laptop and take it to the another room and keep there. Children will go there and sit there and start watching. So that is actually what happens to the soul. The soul, it is attached to the subtle body. So Yamadutas are coming and taking it. So they take the subtle body to another place. The soul also goes there. So because it don't know what to do apart from that. Now, absolute trigger, terror trigger, and accidental invocation. So what happened? Narayana. And now, seized by terror at the sight of the ropes and seeing his younger son playing a short distance away, Ajamila cried out the boy's name loudly with tears in his eyes. He never intended to chant the Lord's names. His only intention is to call his child, but in this panic, he successfully vibrated the Chaturakshara Nama, the four syllable name, Narayana. Now, two absolute cosmic jurisdictions collide in real time. One is Yamadutas are there and Vishnudutas are there. Both will come here. And Lord Vishnu's agents instantly manifested based on a superseding judicial authority, the utterance of the holy name. Yamaduta agent acted on the authority of temporal karma and empirical evidence. That means 88 years of documented sin. So they said, Arey, we have come for documented. We know we have all the list what all he did. Vishnudutta says, no, no, no. There is something superseding judicial authority is there above this. So that is the point. Lord is never interested in punishing us. Lord is never interested in giving pain to living entities. He only wants us to see changed. As soon as the soul gets the taste for Krishna, Krishna says, yes, that's what is wanted. All the things are removed for you. So as soon as Ajamila chanted Narayana, immediately he got that taste, the benefit. Lord, immediately Vishnu Dutas came and said, no, no, now he is not meant for punishment. People think that there is, Lord is very strict. No, Lord is very kind. He is giving us to make us change. That's what even Ravana comes, he's telling, I will give him chance. Arey, how much Ravana did sinful activities? He kidnapped Mother Sita only. What to speak of other atrocities? The name itself, Ravana, means one who makes others cry. That means how much he made others cry. How many people he kidnapped, how many people he killed, and so many things he did. But Devatas were also afraid of him. They were also fed up with him. But Lord says, no, no, no. For me, it's okay because He does not see the external body and mind. He sees the spirit soul. and spirit soul is always pure. When Yamadutas they came, they are talking about the at the level of body and mind. But Vishnudutas came at the level of soul. They are talking. So that's how the next chapter discussion comes. The fulfillment of Bhagavatam is realized. Both parties are now physically present at the same deathbed. Now, spiritual mass calculation differently the tamper mass. So temporary wait. 8 decades of uninterrupted calculated degradation and the sonic wave, that means the sign. A single second, a single accidental occurrence of the 4 syllables. So the law is Bhagavatam establishes that a fraction of a second of pure spiritual sound vibration permanently overweights any amount of accumulated material history. Sin does not get the last vote. So this is such a nice thing. Bhagavatam is telling fraction of second, lavamatra sadhu sangha, fraction of a second, pure spiritual sound vibration permanently overweights. It does not. It is overweighting what we did in the past, what we did in the present, what we are doing in the present, and what we are going to do in the future. Also, it will be removing. The soul get detached. The soul gets something different from the gross and subtle body's pleasure. So that's why it becomes detached. So divine mercy operates through human attachment, not despite it. So the ultimate paradox of Ajamila's rescue is Ajamila is not rescued because he finally abandoned his worldly attachment to his son. He did not give up his attachment. You see, he is rescued through the very attachment. He was attached to his son, and that attachment helped him in one way because the object of his mundane affection happened to carry the Lord's name. The universe used his delusion as the exact vehicle for his liberation. So, intention is not the prerequisite for the grace. So, for bhakti, faith is not needed only. For bhakti, no need of faith. For bhakti, no need of, it does not need, like Putana. When she did service to Krishna, feeding milk, she was exactly in a wrong intention. But because, and she didn't have any faith in bhakti, but she pleased Krishna. Any activity that pleases Krishna is bhakti. That is clear. Bhakti is what? No. Anukulyena Krishna Anushilam. Whichever pleases Krishna is bhakti. Now, Putana pleased Krishna by giving milk, but her intention was to kill. So Krishna did not see the intention. He said, "You pleased me, I will give you benefit. You go to now Goloka." So here Ajamila also case the same thing. He didn't intend to chant the Lord's name. So even if you don't intend, if you please the Lord by chanting his name, you are going to get benefited. So intention is not the prerequisite. Faith is not the prerequisite. For practicing pure devotional service, we need faith. But to get liberated and free from sin, that we don't need. So this is a difference. They are all called Taraka mantras. One is Paraka, one is which gives prema, one is Taraka, which gives liberation. So all the names of Lord they can give liberation, but Hare Krishna Mahamantra gives prema. To to get prema, we need pure devotional faith. But to get liberated, free from sin, no need of anything. You please Krishna, you get benefited. So Putana please Krishna, she got benefited. So that is the main difference. We should know that okay, without faith also it works. Yes, it works, but you not to achieve prema, it is for liberation. That much only. So here, because the object of his mundane affection happened to carry the Lord's name, so that's why he got benefit. So the architecture of redemption is a perfectly engineered mechanism. First thing what happened, historical itihasa is written, the foundation of evidence. The second is the uncompromising reality of compounding sin. He did so much sinful activity. So, very extreme example is given by Sukadeva Goswami to make the point. He could have given some normal example, but he took a very extreme example. You see how sinful this person is. And then the hidden accumulation of spiritual credit, that is Ajnata Sukriti. So he started chanting. And then what happened? The ultimate arbiter of destination. So the last thought. So Anta Kale Smaran. What happened? He started chanting the name of Lord, and immediately the mercy through attachment. So he was rescued. The story of Ajamin is not a fable. It is a meticulously constructed blueprint providing that grace can systematically override karma. Right? Grace can systematically override karma, and we are all waiting for that only. Our sadhana is for that. So a single accidental utterance suspends the law of death. The agents of Vishnu has intervened. The ropes of Emerald has been thrown. So a terrified old man lies unconscious between them. The great theological trial in the history of the universe. The argument over the truly owns the soul of a sinner is about to begin. So this is the discussion that is going to happen. I will just share the screen for you. So now they will explain the situation. So now we'll see Yamara's point of view. And they're very right actually. What Yamadutas they say about the laws of nature and everything, very perfectly they say. So he says that, my dear king, the order carriers of Vishnudutas, immediately arrived when they heard the holy name of the master from the mouth of dying Ajamila, who was certainly chanted without offense because he has chanted in complete anxiety. So I will give this presentation tomorrow, but we'll read the purpose and then I will. Why I'm giving so that it is easy to remember. By the time we complete this chapter, we are thorough with the contents of. Now Vishwanath Chakra Thakur remarks, Hari Kirtanam Nishmayapatam Katam Bhutasya Bhartur Nam Bhruvatah. The order carries of Lord Vishnu came because Ajamila chanted the holy name. They did not consider why he was chanting. While chanting the name of Narayana, Ajamila was actually thinking of his son, but simply because they heard Ajamila chanting the Lord's name, the order carriers of Lord Vishnu and Vishnudas immediately came for Ajamila's protection. So this is Vishwanath Chakra Thakur's commentary. We have seen from Sridhar Swami and Vijayadvaja Tirtha's commentary also. So every Acharya has their own realization. So it is not contrary. It is only a different way of looking at the things. We should not think, Arey, why Acharyas are Actually, there is no contradiction. Why there is no contradiction? Because purpose is same. Vishnu Chakra Thakur want us to develop faith on holy name, develop attraction to Krishna. And other acharyas, Siddha Swami or Vijayadvaja, everybody want the same things. Because the purpose is same, so that's why there is no contradiction. Even the way that is explained may be different. Like say, two preachers go to college, and both of them they will have their own way of presenting. If they are given the same topic, they say, okay, present about stress management. Both of them will give a different presentation. It does not mean they are contradicting. Their purpose is to help the student. So that is the point. So here they did not consider why he was chanting. So Vishnudutas immediately Hari Kirtana is actually meant to glorify the holy name from past times, form, past tense, quality. So Nama Rupa Guna Leela. So everything is there in the holy name. So nevertheless, that chanting was sufficient to cleanse him of all sinful activities. That's all. It will not give the love. As soon as Vishnudutas heard their master's name chanted, they immediately came. As in this regard, Vidya Vijayadasita remarks that Ajamila chanted name because of his excessive attachment to his son. Nevertheless, because of his past good fortune, he remembered actually. He apparently chanted the name in full devotion. That's what it says. The order carriers of Yamaraj are were snatching the soul from the core of the heart of Ajamil. So we discussed this. They don't snatch the soul; they take out the subtle body. The husband of the prostitute, but with resounding voices, the messengers of Lord Vishnu, Vishnu Dutas, forbid them to do. Prabhupada writes, a Vaishnava, one who has surrendered to the lotus feet of Lord, is always protected the Lord's order carriers. Because Ajamila had chanted the holy name, the Vishnu Dutta not only immediately arrived on the spot, but also at once ordered Yamadutas not to touch him. By speaking with resounding voice, the Vishnu Dutas threatened to punish Yamadutas if they continued trying to snatch Ajamila's soul from the heart. There is one story in Padma Puran, similar story. Somebody was chanting and immediately that time two Yamadutas come and Vishnu Dutas also come. And in that past time, no, Vishnu Dutas beat Yamadutas. Here at least they are just leaving them alone. But there they got nice beating and then they ran away. So the point is the Vishnudas are capable of punishing anyone, including Yamaraj, if he wrongs a Vaishnava. Materialistic scientists do not know where to find the soul within the body with their material instruments, but this verse clearly explains the soul is within the core of heart, Hridaya. In the form of in it, it is from the heart that Yamadutas were extracting the soul of Yamaraj, so Ajamil. Similarly, we learn that super soul is also situated in the heart. Ishvara sarvabhutanam hridaya ajna tishtati. In the Upanishad, it is said that the super soul and the individual soul are living in the same tree. And furthermore, according to the desire and karma of the individual soul, the Lord, through the agency of Maya, create another body. Ishvara sarvabhutanam hridaya. So this body is Yantra Rudhani Maya. This is a mission. And Lord is operating the mission. We see what is the difference. Please listen. This is a nice point. Lord, na, he is like the GPS. We have the road, which direction to go. That means, say, car is there, driver is there, and GPS is there. Car is like a body, and driver is the soul. For the driver to move, he need GPS. He need which direction to go. The Paramatma is like GPS. Like say, if a dog is there, where should the dog go to get it food? Who will give the direction? Lord gives. Like we hear the pastime of Sridhar Swami. He was married and he wanted to take sannyas. His wife said, I want to have a child. He said, okay, after the child, I'll go. And when the child is born, mother died, child survived. And Sridhar Swami thought, "Arey, what can I do? I want to live, but wife died. And then he saw one lizard came out of an egg. And immediately one mosquito came there, some fly came there, and the lizard ate the small one. And thought, Arey, if Lord can maintain this lizard, he can maintain this child also. And he left the home. And one Brahman couple, they come, they were walking, they didn't have children, and they see the house is abandoned and one small child is crying. They think this is Krishna, Lord's arrangement, we got a child. And they start taking care of the child. So this is the story they tell about him. But the point is that GPS is Lord. You're understanding. Our guidance for anything, na, when we wake up, when we want to sleep, He will help us to forget everything. When we wake up, He will help us to remember everything. He will tell us how to brush, how to do all the memories, my Lord. Not only thing, all the directions and guidance for all living entities is by Lord. He's like GPS. That is because a machine need to be operated. So there need to be somebody who operates it. There are two people who are operating. We are operating as a driver. Lord Paramatma is operating like a GPS. Clear, na? So that's what Krishna is telling here. Ishvara sarvabhutanam hriddesh ajna tishtati Brahmayan sarvabhutani yantra rudhani maya. This is an yantra. It's a mission. The driver of the machine of the body is the individual soul, who is also the director or proprietor, but the super soul, the proprietor supreme, but the super soul is the real proprietor. So, but the supreme proprietor is the supreme Lord. One's body is created through the agency of Maya. So, according to the Lord. During the transmigration from one body to another, the soul is taken away by the order of Yamaraj and put in a particular type of hell in order to become accustomed to condition in which he lives in next body. So if he has to get a dog body, first he will be taken to the hell where he will be made to practice for thousands of years to be a dog. Say if he is supposed to become a hog next life. So in hell they will make him and eat stool for thousands of years. And then he gets start liking the stool. And then they give the body of a hog. Then he will enjoy the body of hog. Otherwise, from directly from a human hog body, he will not enjoy. But if you see normally hog, na, they are very happily enjoying. How they are enjoying? Where did they get the training to taste for that stool? Because they got practice for tasting it. Why they are given that? Because they express their desire to enjoy like that. That's why Lord has to arrange. Lord means the metal nature. Like how it is, like say somebody is so envious. He's envious of everything. Lord says, "Oh, you are so happy. You want to express your envy nicely. Then better take a body of a serpent or a scorpion. You can always remain envious. They're always 24/7 envious living creatures. They are mosquitoes, scorpions, snakes, they like that. If somebody want to eat and know anything and everything, all Chinese fast food, this food, that food on the street foods, then Lord says, I think you have so much desire to eat. I will make you a body which you can eat every day. So he will give training according. So that is the point here. Prabhupada is telling that before giving a next body, he is accustomed to the condition in which he will live in the next body. Like that. And when the order carriers of Emerald, the son of sun god, were thus forbidden, they replied, who are you, sirs, that have the audacity to challenge the jurisdiction of Emeraj? According to the sinful activities of Jamila, he was within the jurisdiction of Emeraj, the supreme judge appointed to consider the sins of living entities. When forbidden to touch Ajamila, the order carrier of Emeraj were surprised because they had never been hindered in the execution of their duty by anyone within the three worlds. They are very powerful creatures. So Yamadutas are the living entities who had a long term in the hell. So they say, okay, anyway, he's going to stay long time here. Better make him a permanent resident. They're actually permanent residents. They did so much sinful activities. So they are only made into Yamadutas. Anyway, you are staying so long. You take up a job here. They are given nice jobs. And then they continue doing it. And they have the tendency to be very violent. So they say, okay, you have this tendency, you continue to be Yamaraj. And they are very happy doing that. They will identify somebody. So they know all the scriptures nicely. They know what is dharma, dharma. They have a track of everything. And then they nicely follow. Like we see sometimes there are very strict people. They are just interested in the law. So that type of people will end up there. So people call them, Arey, my principal is like Yamaduta. So Yamaraj and Yamaduta because they're too strict. They don't consider whether no plea, no excuse, nothing, no mercy. Direct takeaway. So then Yamaduta said, dear sir, whose servants are you? Where have you come from? And why are you forbidding us to touch the body of Jamila? Are you demigods from the heaven? Are you sub demigods? Are you best of the devotees? So purpose is the most significant word used in this verse, Siddha Sattama, which means the best of the perfected. So Vishnudutas look also very beautiful. Yamadutas never got an opportunity to see them. Maybe we didn't hear also about them. That's why they could not understand who they are. If you have four hands, if you are with Shankha Chakra Gada Padma and you have nice mukut and beautiful bodily complexion. If that form is there, we know they are Vishnudutas, but somehow Yamadutas don't have that information. At the present moment, practically everyone is unaware of this fact, but one who understands this has attained perfection. Prabhupada said soul, but at present moment people don't have this. When one understands that the soul is part and parcel of the super soul, and one does engage in devotional service of super soul, one becomes Siddha Sat Tama. One of the on the one is then eligible to live in Vaikuntha planet. The word Siddha Sattama therefore refers to a liberated, pure devotee. So they are the so here it should be also noted that Ajamila was not yet dead. For the Yamadutas were trying to snatch the soul from his heart. They could not take the soul. However, therefore Ajamila was not yet dead. This will be revealed in the next chapter. Here the argument was to be a decision regarding who would claim the soul of Ajamil, who will take his prana out, Vishnudutas or Yamadutas. So that was the discussion. Now, for him, he's understanding what is going to happen to him. That is the why, if we are in such a state, na, then the quality of hearing is very high. Ajamila's quality of hearing was very high now because he knows what is going to happen to him with Vishnudutas or Yamadutas and what they are discussing, he is hearing. So the order carriers of Yamraj said, your eyes are just like the petals of a lotus flower, dressed in yellow silk garments, decorated with garlands and flower of lotuses, wearing very attractive helmets on your heads, and earrings are on your ears. You all appear fresh and youthful. Your four long arms are decorated with bow and quivers of arrows and swords, clubs, conches, discs, and lotus flowers. Your reflections have dissipated the darkness of this place with extraordinary illumination. Now, sir, why are you obstructing us? So this is what the Yamadutas are asking Vishnudutas. So Prabhupada right before even being introduced to a foreigner, one becomes acquainted with him through his dress, bodily features, and behavior, and can thus understand his position. Therefore, when Yamadutas saw Vishnudutas for the first time, they were surprised. They said, by your bodily features, you appear to be a very exalted gentleman, and you have such celestial power that you have dissipated the darkness of this material world with your own effulgence. Why then should you endeavor to stop us from executing our duty? It will be explained that Yamadutas, the order carriers of Maharaj, mistakenly considered Ajam as sinful. They did not know that although he was sinful throughout his entire life, he was purified by constantly chanting the name of Narayana. In other words, unless one is Vaishnava, one cannot understand the activities of Vaishnava. Wow. So here 2 points. Prabhupada is telling her, Vishnudut, Yamadutas are telling her, you are such nice people. Why are you unnecessarily making us stop doing right things? So Yamadutas thought they are doing right thing by taking a sinful person, and we will also accept it. If somebody is sinful and is punished, the court is giving a verdict on him that this person should be in the prison for next 20 years, 30 years. And people are happy actually listening. If somebody got punished, he did some murder or he did robbery, and he is getting punished, and people are happy for it. And Ajamila is not one to. He has done so many such things. He murdered people, he robbed people. Can you imagine how many people cried because of Ajamil? Ajamil made many people cry for all their for all the atrocities he did. Going to hell is actually the right verdict. We all agree, right? But as soon as Madhuta is asking, "Arey, how does it make sense? This fellow, you don't know the history." Such way they are going to explain about him in detail in further chapter. So here, but Vishnudutas are not considering only what he did wrong. He is only considering what he did now. He chanted the name. For us also, no, many lifetimes we did so many. sinful activities. We may not know. We may be one of the lifetimes we may have been Hitler or some other personality like Ravana or something. We don't know only because many, many millions of lifetimes we passed. We don't know what all things we did. But Krishna is not interested in that. Krishna is interested, okay, he is now interested in bhakti. The soul is attracted to me, finish. Everything is forgiven. So that's what he's, that's, they don't know it. So Yamaduta is very honestly asking, "Arey, how is it?" But Vishnudutta says, no, 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 he chanted. He's a devotee now, finish. The dress and bodily features of residents of Vaikuntha are properly described in this verse. The residents of Vaikuntha are decorated with garlands, yellow silk garments, have four arms holding various weapons. Thus, they conspicuously resembled Lord Vishnu. They had the same bodily features of Narayana because they have attained the liberation of Sarupya. But they nevertheless act as servants. All the residents of Vaikuntha know perfectly well that their master is Narayana or Krishna and that they are all his servants. They are all self realized souls. They never do so. Sorry. Although they could consider convincingly declare themselves as Narayana Vishnu, they never do so. They always remain Krishna conscious, serve the Lord faithfully. Such is the atmosphere of Vaikuntha. Similarly, one who learns the faithful service of Lord Krishna through the Krishna conscious movement will always remain in Vaikuntha and have nothing to do with material world. Okay, thank you very much. Any questions, comments? Question is why snakes and scorpions should possess envy as animals? That is how because the envious people need some body, no? They want to fulfill the envious mentality. So Lord arranges such bodies. That is the how Lord created this metal nature. So so the question is Asmita, previous sanskaras are always so why live in hell for practicing for the next body? See, a person died. Now he lived like a hog. Now for him, if you directly give him a body of a hog, he will not enjoy stool because he didn't eat stool. He need to enjoy the body of hog because his desire is there. I want to enjoy like it. To fulfill that desire, Lord has to make arrangement. And he gives make him eat stool for long time, then he will come and happily enjoy the body of a hog. That is the point. Like people who are smoking and drinking initially when they take for the first time they don't like it, but slowly they try and then they start liking it and then they become addict. It's like that. It is so scary to hear all this. I think it's best to just chant yes, yes. That is always there. Okay, Priya Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandar pranams to you.
Then
Prabhuji, this Ajamila pastime definitely gives a whole lot of, questions and confusions and lot of, it looks so simple, but at the same time, it is so complex also to understand. For me, like as a sadhaka, I had this question, Prabhuji. Ajamila, of course, we understand his previous lifetime and how we got into sinful kind of activities, and then he chanted, but not chanted exactly, called his son's name. And of course, at the nth moment, probably that was the reality that he got into understanding in calling the Lord's name. So that's how the acharyas have kind of commented. Prabhuji, I just had this question always, Prabhuji. Do you think the sadhaka not once you would have chanted in that good offenseless, not even one chant the sadhaka would have been able to chant, Prabhuji?
we chant now. That's why we will not able to enjoy the way materialistic people are enjoying. That's the point.
No, but
Say
that
no.
that result is more got to do with, not getting likened by the materialistic or the sensual gratification. And but still we succumb to kind of, some material pleasures, right? But still we get succumbed to material pleasures. Though you might not have the intent, but somehow you get into what do you call enjoying those material pleasures, right? So I understand because of the vasanas, inclinations, etc., etc. But without cleansing the inclinations, also the sadhaka will not be able to attain the goal of Krishna prema at all. Because sometime
No,
during the course of Katha today, also you made it very clear it's not the intention the Lord looks at. And sometimes we hear it is bhava, the intention the Lord's look at. It is really confusing, Prabhuji. Would you mind clarifying, please? Is it intention, not intention, or it varies from case to case?
no, to get free from sinful reaction, intention is not needed. But you want to get prema, then intention is very much needed.
Then, but you
Like,
quoted the example of Putana, Prabhuji.
you, she just, she got into spiritual world, but she did not get prema. That prema is not attained like that.
When you say prema
Going
here,
into,
like she was the
going
nurse
into
in the
spiritual world,
Goloka
there is,
Vrindavan, right?
even if you go to, even you go to spiritual world, there is Shantarati. People without prema to the Lord also they can go to Vaikuntha, stay there, and they can remain neutral. So there is Shantarati, there is Sukhaishwarya Mukti and all. They all reach to Vaikuntha, but there is no prema like that.
You mean prema as in Madhurya Rasa, is it?
No,
Or
it is
Vatsalya?
Shanta, Dasya, Sakya. Below that is Sukhaishwarya Mukti and all is below Shantarasa. Shantarasa, there is Shantarati and Sukhaishwarya Mukti. They are below them. They don't even, they are just neutral there. They don't experience that relationship, love, they can't experience it. That is not
And what
possible.
is that they enjoy there when we talk about bliss in Vaikuntha? What is it really they find the bliss in? Where do they find that bliss in if not from the Lord?
See, bliss is there. How it is there? Because you are, there is some level of there is a pure goodness, that is bliss is there. But like say relationship, say now tree is there and Yashodama is there. Both
Hmm.
are experiencing same bliss in spiritual world.
Not at all, because bliss,
Why?
the word bliss means something like you're cared about, you're caring about someone. That is what the bliss, the highest bliss, right? But you have something, some possession, you can't call it bliss because it is temporary. I mean, I don't know if I
Not
said it.
temporary. It is
Uh,
not temporary. Like say a tree is there, Krishna's friend is there, Krishna's girlfriend is there, a
hmm,
bird is there, Yashodama is there.
hmm.
Everybody is in a blissful state.
Okay,
But their level of bliss is different because their relationship with Krishna is different, even though everybody is in spiritual world.
understand.
So similarly, there is something called Shantarati, Sukhaishwarya Mukti. They are below even Shantarasa also. They are just they are there in the spiritual world. That's all. So
Hmm.
they live the law. They live in the spiritual world,
Hmm.
and they are happy there.
Hmm.
It is like Shantara. There is no relationship. That's the difference with Krishna much. They only say, okay, Lord is there. They accept the Lord. They fold their hands to the Lord. They appreciate the Lord. But they don't have this rasas there. Shanta, rasa is not there.
Was it the same case of thing with Putana also? Just that
Ah,
she
she
said that.
entered in the spiritual world, but that is not, it is not same as getting love for Krishna. So these both are different. Having love for Krishna and entering to spiritual world are not same.
Mhm. Okay. And second question I had, Prabhuji, today while you were explaining at the start of the session, you spoke about the soul. Once the soul gets this taste, right? So once the soul gets this taste, it will never kind of forget the taste and continue looking for the taste, is it? Or it can always happen that once in a while it gets a taste, till the time it reaches that steadiness or getting that continually, then is what is called ruchi. Or how do I understand, Prabhuji? Is it once in a while the soul gets a taste, or is it that once the soul gets a taste, it's continuous? I mean, it can never kind of get out of that. It remains in that state of mind. So how to understand this, Prabhuji?
That ruchi is after your nishta and asa. After nishta it comes. But this
So
is
what
not
you
about
talked
that.
about taste is not ruchi, not that ruchi you're speaking about, is it?
No,
It's
no, no.
different.
It is
So,
like na soul. One time it got one glimpse of what is selfless service. It understood. So
oh,
now we are longing to get it in a larger level. It is
oh,
just one drop you got, and
huh,
then you are trying to get it. Like suddenly somebody came, like small children, first time they ate sweet. So
okay.
now they say, "Oh, I want something like that." Then they are longing for it. They don't know what it is. They don't know how to express it, but they know
Mm,
there is something very special, like a honey. That is they are given honey sometimes. So like that.
oh,
So we are also longing for something. We are not getting it, but
mhm,
that's why everything goes. Anything other than you give, the soul is again going in that direction. No, this is not correct. Soul feels that something else I need, something else I need. That's why it is said that one time you do, your
mm,
Krishna takes it. Yes, this fellow now came to right direction. The soul
okay.
is longing for something different.
Okay. So when you say that the soul is longing for Krishna, is it the point that the inclinations for the inclinations to enjoy material gratifications, etc., is already kind of completely nullified?
No,
Or
no, no. Like, say, I will tell one nice story. What happened is Prabhupada was walking in in the initial times of his preaching in the US.
mm-hmm,
So there is one boy who came to America from the village. So he
mm-hmm,
also started walking in the and Prabhupada was also walking with him, and Prabhupada just spoke few words to him. And
mm-hmm,
he didn't understand. Prabhupada was talking in English only, but the accent is Bengali.
mm-hmm,
So few minutes they were walking together, and Prabhupada said something to him. He
mm-hmm,
didn't understand much, and after that they went in two different directions. That boy came from the village to see a
mm-hmm,
city, New York City. He is a village person. He want to see how the city looks and all.
mm-hmm,
And after when he went back, slowly he started feeling interest in spirituality, yoga, and meditations, and like that many years happened. He's trying to get some spirituality and all, and one day he saw devotees, and then he got attracted, and he went to along with them, he went to temple, and he went to temple. In the altar he saw Prabhupada photo, and then he
mm-hmm.
recognized, and he understood, maybe because of this person only I am coming here.
Okay.
And he started practicing, and one day devotee said Prabhupada is coming, and
Mm-hmm,
it was almost 8 years or something. And
mm-hmm,
Prabhupada came to the airport, and all devotees were there doing kirtan, dancing, and suddenly everybody offered obeisances, and this fellow also, he also offered obeisances, and Prabhupada came, and he just stood in front of him. This person got up after offering obeisances, and
mm-hmm.
Prabhupada looked at him and said, "Oh, at last you came."
Oh,
So just
okay.
few minutes of just meeting a pure devotee, immediately the soul start getting attracted to the spirituality. It start the inclination for spiritual life started just meeting with the Prabhupada.
Mm-hmm.
So, and interestingly, Prabhupada remembered him after many years, even that few minutes also. That is a special thing. But the point is, now why this person started getting attracted to spirituality? Because that is the soul could meet a pure devotee. When the soul got in touch with somebody so special, immediately it started feeling that attraction to Krishna. Your understanding. The soul now, once you give Krishna consciousness, prasadam, holy name, slowly, soul will start, even though it is so much conditioning is there, but slowly it starts going in that direction now.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm. Got it. Got it. Okay. But the thing is, the success of he attaining the path of perfection depends on the complete inclinations or the vasanas, impressions, etc., getting cleansed off.
Yeah,
Till
they all should go completely.
so till such time the sadhaka is 100% pure, he can't even get closer to Krishna. Is that aspect at least clear?
Yes, yes, we are all doing that only. We cannot go to now. If we go to spiritual world, we'll become very miserable.
Yeah, that I understand the
Because
previous question you told us.
Hmm.
So, okay. So that is all something that we're all doing, though. Just that, I don't know about others, at least in my case, the attraction of whatever the intense attraction, like the way you spoke about the devotee turning to spirituality, that is something I don't know, I'm feeling like I'm lacking or, mm,
No, we like say now you have option of going to Vrindavan and going to Shimla. Somebody says I can book tickets for you freely. Which one
mm,
you'll choose, Vrindavan or Shimla?
mm, I would definitely say Vrindavan because some anartha
That's the point.
can get cleansed up, right? Not with the, no, let me make it continue that Prabhuji. Not that I have attraction for Krishna or something, but at least my anarthas will get cleansed off and I might put a couple of steps closer to Krishna. I mean,
That means it's
like,
not that we got free, but you know what is right because
yeah.
that is what the soul needs. So you got that means that some level of ignorance is gone, na? Otherwise, why you will think like that? How
Mm.
did ignorance leave you?
Yeah, because of the knowledge that we got.
So you lost some level of ignorance is gone. You understand?
Yeah.
Even though we don't have taste in Vrindavan, but we know that is right thing because some level of ignorance is lost. How the ignorance is lost? Because one ray of light is sufficient to remove the ignorance of the soul.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That
But
is
one
it.
thing people to always understand this, Prabhuji, the accumulated sins, the mountains of the sins. I mean the reactions to sins the jiva has committed for so long, versus the impressions or the vasanas. Why is that? When you chant, the sins gets demolished. I mean, they get what do you call mitigated, other than the prarabdha. Vis-a-vis the impressions take such a long time. I thought it should be the other way around, right? The sins are like, it accumulated mountains and mountains of sins is what we understand in the katha. But impressions and vasanas take such a long time. This is something I'm not able to understand. Would you be able to throw some light on this?
Because we lived in this material world for a long time, so we got association of material nature. We live like that only. We live with the body is made with the impressions, so they are so deeply rooted. So Krishna is helping us to get rid of reaction part, not the impression. That also he is only getting rid,
Mm.
but he want to make sure that we are interested in coming out of it completely. So slowly, slowly, to the degree we are interested, to the degree he will help us to come out of it. Because he don't interfere in the free choice, that's why he does not remove it immediately. According to our choice, he will remove. Reaction part he is removing. That is not a problem for him. But the your free will is actually what is holding our anarthas. If you are showing free will to Krishna that I don't want it, Krishna says, okay, then I will remove everything. But if you don't want to get rid of it, then why Krishna will do it? If you say I want to come out of it, Krishna is removing. Prabhupada says one moment is sufficient. If you are very serious and you say Krishna, I really don't want it, Krishna says, okay, I'll remove it immediately. But you want to hold it, then what Krishna will do? Why it is taking time? Because we are taking time, not Krishna. Krishna is not taking time. We are taking time to convince ourselves that without this also I can be happy. We think our anarthas are making us happy. That is the problem.
Mhm. Okay. I mean, I need some more time to maneuver on this thing, Prabhuji. Thank you so much again. Grateful to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Gail Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yeah, I just need to get cleared up on what happened when Ajamil chanted and his sinful reactions and um, desires, got erased. So, because, you know, my understanding is that if a person chants once in pure faith, that faith has to be pure. Only then will the person's sins, or karmic reactions, I should say, only then will his karmic reactions get expunged. But Ajamil, he was not having pure faith when he chanted, right? Narayan.
No, we don't need pure faith for getting rid of sin. I told you. Only if you want to get prema, you need pure faith. You just chant the holy name. Without faith also, holy name will work. You put your hand in fire, you have faith, you don't have faith, fire will burn. That's the holy name.
Okay, so I know you just said it, but I have to repeat it. If you just chant Krishna's name and you don't have pure faith,
It will work.
then it will work means karmic reaction is gone.
Yeah. But you'll not get
Okay,
prema. Prema is for pure faith.
right, right. So to get prema, you have to engage in the whole process. It's not just
Hmm.
even chanting one time in pure faith. Also, you're not going to get prema.
No.
You'll just begin the process. No.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, and there's another confusion around this that I've heard, which is that um, if you chant Krishna's name just once, I was told that in Madhurya Kadambini, it doesn't say that your karmic reactions will all go immediately, that it happens in stages according to Madhurya Kadambini. Do you recognize that? That it happens in stages, not
See,
just in like
there's
in one
a
shot or immediately or
impression
something
part.
like that. It's
Impression
in
parts goes
stages.
in stages. Yes, yes. Impression parts goes in stages. The karmic impressions, na, that takes stages.
Yeah, the vasanas.
Yeah, vasanas. Even for Ajamila also, vasanas didn't go, na. Only reaction part left. Again, he goes to Haridwar for 12 years to remove his vasanas.
And then, and I suggested that when I was speaking to this one person, I suggested that I made that distinction between karma vasanas and karmic reactions, you know.
Mhm.
But then the response was that, well, you know, um, vasanas are reactions. But that's not true, is it?
No, no, not correct. Reactions are
No.
separate, vasanas are separate. Of course,
Yeah.
vasanas are also coming because of actions only, but it's not
Hmm.
reaction part, it's another vector. Mhm.
Yeah, and that was what they were saying, that vasanas come because wait. Reactions come because of vasanas. Vasanas come too. Vasanas are there. Wait, how did you say the relationship between vasanas and reactions? How did you say it?
See, now I'm eating a mango or watermelon. I got taste for the watermelon. That is the reaction part. I remember the taste of that watermelon. That is vasana part, which will make me enjoy it again.
Mhm.
So when you do an action, the immediate good and bad or happiness, distress is the reaction part. Or the good and bad which you are going to get in future is also reaction part. But the memory of that action which will make you repeat or you will be averse to it or attracted to that activity is the vasana part.
So the reaction part of eating the mango was that you enjoyed the taste,
Hmm. Enjoyed or you didn't enjoy.
or you didn't enjoy. Yeah. Okay. And then, um, you know that analogy that had come up about
So that
this.
the say here na the reaction came immediately, but some actions reaction may come very long. Like I ate mango, immediately I got pleasure. But some
Yeah.
actions na reaction will take long time to come also.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Understood. Understood. Um, when it comes to Jnana Yoga, there's that analogy about, burning a forest of bamboo, right? It
Hmm.
it it doesn't burn the roots, so the desires, material desires, can crop up again. But I thought
No, no,
that
karma will burn the upper part. Jnana will burn
Mhm.
the roots also, but there is seeds that will not be burned by jnana.
Okay, so that's the confusion because then what's the difference between the roots and the seeds with Guyana? Because Guyana, if a person follows Guyana properly, right? Of
Yeah.
course, Bhakti has to be involved, but they can gain liberation, which means all
Yeah,
karma
yeah.
was
Definitely that will be there, but can be casualties. That's why we don't consider jnana as completely perfect. I gave the example like somebody is operating on a tumor. You operated 95% of the tumor is cured. Is it considered success or failure?
success.
90, you don't know,
Huh?
you're not. 95% is cured, 5% is there. It is very
Yeah.
risky because it will again come back. So it is not considered success. So Jnana is like that. It will not make it 100% clean. So there is always a casualty. That's why in the Jnana Marga, Arufya Kuchena Parampadam Tata Patanti Adaha. So there is a chance of falling down in Jnana because of this reason. Because it cannot completely cure. Something will remain.
But if it cannot completely cure, then how some people are successful in attaining impersonal
I am
liberation?
telling casualties will be there. I am not telling everybody will come. There is casualty.
Why are there casualties?
Because Jnana is not 100%.
But that's what I'm asking. How come it's not 100%? What
Because
what is
see,
the
because there
problem?
is a
What's the problem
selfishness.
with it?
No. See,
Huh?
the soul is selfless. Soul should the highest the reality for the soul is selfless. That is, you have to go to positive. Negative is
Yeah,
selfishness. Jnana is still zero only.
yeah,
It's not taking you a positive direction. So
yeah.
Jnani, he practice, and he's almost bringing himself to 0 point.
Mm-hmm.
But because he's coming from the negative direction to making it zero, there will be some slight traces may be there that will may affect him. Like we give the example of Durvasa Muni or Vishwamitra Muni or Saubari Muni. They are very highly advanced in the path of yoga and jnana. Why the casualty then? But we never
Right, I
see any
don't know.
bhakta having. that problem because Krishna is there. You
Yeah, I don't
understand?
know why. No, I don't know why it cannot be completely successful for everybody who takes up the path of jnana. Why should there be some who are not successful?
Because Krishna is telling क्लेशो अधिकतरस्तेषाम् अव्यक्ता सक्तचेतसाम् अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखम्. He says this path is klesha, it is full of troublesome. The path of jnana is troublesome. So, आरुह्य कुच्चेन परम पदम. There is patanti. There is always a risk of falling in jnana because you are going on your own. If I am making on my own, then there is always a risk. But if I am taking help of Lord and doing something, then He will always protect me. If I am on my own, I had to climb Mount Everest on my own. I have good legs. I have good energy. I don't have asthma problem. Now, uh, can you give 100% guarantee that I will reach on the top?
You know?
That's why. So, not that the path is not right. There can be casualties because of the path is difficult.
Self-reliant. Because there might be casualty because of the fact that you're partly relying on your own
Yourself,
strength.
yeah, that's why. Yes, it is not on the Lord. That's why Lord is telling it's a very hard process.
Even though on the path of bhakti, there's slips and falls a lot too.
Yeah, but it is relatively less and it is easier because the Lord is in charge. He knows how to help. See, now in Jnana path, the problem is that sometimes yogis get some siddhis and they may fall prey to siddhis. Sometimes they get some other benefits. So they are like temptations in between. In bhakti also they are there. But in
Hmm.
bhakti advantage is that Lord knows how to bring his devotee back. But in jnana, if you fall down, again you have to stand on your own legs. Realize one fine day, oh, I did a mistake, like Sobari Muni after marrying 50 queens, princesses, then he realized after a long time, again he left and again he practiced. In bhakti, it is not like that. Lord knows how to bring his devotee back. So devotee can be. That's why Prabhupada writes in Envoy, na, this process such a way that it will drag you to perfection.
Hmm. Whereas
So
Gyanis, they have to more or less figure out their mistakes themselves or something
yes,
like
yes.
that.
Mm.
Oh, okay. Prabhu, I just have one last short question, I hope.
Yeah.
When we say that um, a person, if they have to, if they don't suffer their karmic reaction in this life or something, then they will have to suffer even more in the next life. The analogy is given of, if you don't pay your interest on time, then the interest gets compounded or something on a loan, right? The analogy is like that. So I'm just wondering if, let's say you commit a crime and you didn't get the punishment for that crime in this life, then you will suffer even more in the next. Why is it that the punishment is not just the same punishment, is not simply delayed, it's also increased? Why? Why should that be?
Prabhupada said that if somebody kills somebody, he should also be given capital punishment. And in that
Hmm.
context, Prabhupada says that if he is not getting capital punishment, next life he will suffer more. But Prabhupada didn't
Yeah.
give any reason for it. And I also don't know.
Hmm. Okay. Okay, Prabhu. Thank you
Mm.
so much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Rupran Mats.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. That does now. Do you have time, Prabhuji, to ask questions? Or else tomorrow
I
we
have
can.
time. I have
Thank,
time.
yeah, thank you so much, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, wonderful PPT, Prabhuji. In one of the slides, it is given of Prabhuji like three witnesses is doing committing mistakes with the body, mind, and words. So, what are the three witnesses, Prabhuji? It is given.
No, there they are talking about three Amadutas.
No, three, no, bro. Yeah, three instruments of action, and is equal to three witnesses of sin. That means three witnesses of sin. What is that, Prabhuji?
Here they are addressing because we have many witnesses of our sin. The
Yeah,
directions is there, sun, moon, and all.
yeah, yeah.
But
Panchadara.
it is not Panchamahabhutas and all. But here they are talking about these three Amadutas. That say the three are witnesses. That say they came like that. They
Oh, okay. The witnesses refer to this Yamadutas only, Prabhuji.
Amadutas only. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. And one more question regarding this. Prabhuji, they are trying to snatch the subtle body only. They can't touch the soul, no, Prabhuji. Generally,
Hmm.
when the soul is leaving a body of a person, sometimes the eyes will be opened. Sometimes the mouth will be opened. They say, no, Prabhuji, according to their lifestyle, how much they have committed the sin or the pious, how they led the life, no. According to that, that soul will go through those holes, something like that. They say, no, Prabhuji. So if they are snatching means through that hole, the soul will go out, Prabhuji. It is like that, like
No,
through
no.
mouth or
For
eyes or
everybody,
eyes.
Amadutas don't come.
Ah,
Amadutas don't come for everyone. That is also there to
oh,
understand.
why,
See,
Prabhuji?
if you are a VIP, police will come. If you are a thief, police will come. Ordinary people, police don't come.
Oh, okay. No, Prabhuji, how is this possible, Prabhuji? It is their duty to take care of the subtle body. No, how it automatically goes out, Prabhuji?
We go on our own only.
Uh-huh. What
Ah,
is the deciding factor? Which kind of person the soul goes automatically?
very
Who is
simple
the
people.
VIP here? Who is
That's
the
what.
VIP here, Prabhuji? Uh,
Very simple people. Amadutas will come.
oh, very sinful
Very,
people.
very great souls. Vishnudutas will come. Others will go
That
on
is
their
okay.
own.
We are not talking about great souls devotees. Talking about general public who is committing pious and sinful activity, who is living a karmic life.
They will travel on their own.
Oh, is it so like that, Prabhuji? I thought Yamas will come for everyone. Okay.
No, no.
So, okay, for that
Not.
person, yes, Prabhuji, please.
They just leave the body and then
Uh,
they will be taken to. They will go to the next destination like that. That's
the
what. Now, some of them
automatically
they
goes.
leave the body properly. They are attached to the body. They become ghost. So where are Yamadutas for them? Why they did
Uh,
not take? Why this fellow is remaining as
that is
ghost?
for,
Because
okay.
Hmm.
That is for the
so
untimely death, for that who is
uh,
doing, who is committing suicide. That person's only, no, Prabhuji, but not all people are doing like that, na?
no. Even need not be untimely death.
Uh,
Others also will can become ghost if they are too attached.
oh,
Like no,
okay.
some people died and you say, "Are I am able to see my mother coming in the dream. I feel her
Uh,
presence." Like somebody is
uh,
too attached to the house, he will remain in the house only as a ghost.
uh. Most of the people will
In
be
the
attached, Prabhuji, to something or
but
other.
it is too if they are. That's why we do all these the last rites and all. If you do them, no, they will be able to come out of it.
Oh,
Otherwise, we say, no, arey, this building is haunted. The old woman died and she's still staying in the house only.
okay. Too much attached to the house. Okay.
Like that. So that time Vishnu Yamadutas don't come for everyone.
Oh, only for the most sinful people like Ajamala they will
That's what
come.
I am telling now. For VIPs, police will come. And
Oh, this is
police
only
will
must
come.
all
Ordinary people they will not come.
So for the ordinary people, automatically the subtle body along with the soul goes out and it takes its destination, Prabhu. It goes on its own, Prabhuji. It
Like that.
knows what will
It will
lead
go.
that soul, Prabhuji. It automatically goes. How it knows that this is the destination that it goes? Who will guide us? Paramatma will guide. But
The
anyway,
means
they.
that he don't have help. He just be carried away like that.
Ayyo, oh, okay.
That's what we are helpless. We don't know where we are going to go also.
Yeah, that's what. Okay. Krishna, this is too scary, Prabhuji. Only
That's why
shelter
we
is
have to
Rama
chant.
only.
Yeah.
Oh,
Chaitanya
what about
Mahaprabhu is the holy hope for us.
yeah, only Prabhupada and our Guru Maharaj. That's all. Nobody can help us, Prabhuji. Thank
Yes.
you. So regarding this Ajamila story, Maharaj, I used to hear Maharaj lectures in Chennai in temple. Now he used to say, Prabhuji, he is offenseless. He has so many sins he has committed, but he was offenseless. That is the only reason he could get this kind of position like that. He used to say, Prabhuji. I just want to share that. He
Yeah.
was that was the
Because
main
when he
reason he used to say.
chanted, he didn't chant with offense. He didn't had any
Mm.
offensive mentality. He just chanted.
Yeah.
That's why he got benefited.
Yeah, and again, he did not commit any offense because he has
Offensive.
not action with the
Mm.
devotees, anyways. But we are not like
Vaishnavas,
that. No,
yeah.
we are associating with the devotees. We don't know how much by words or action we are committing. That also we don't know. That is the
Yeah,
reason we are
Jagai.
getting the taste, no, Prabhuji. Otherwise, how much we are chanting, but still we are not getting the taste, and because somehow or other, some kind of
Offensive.
something is committing. Stopping us,
Yeah.
no, Prabhuji. Yeah, that is
Yeah.
understanding, right?
And that's what na Rupa Goswami says about Jagai and Madai. Mere
Mm.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Jagai and Madai are better than us. Muise Papishtu. We are worse than us because they did not commit offenses. We committed
Mm,
offenses.
mm,
Yeah.
mm, mm, mm.
That's the
Because
reason.
we are not associating with the devotees. That is the thing.
Ah.
That
Ah.
is good in one way. But we are not like that. That is the check for us. You. Yeah, thank you so much, Roji. Wonderful PPT and wonderful explanation. Ajamala stories, every day it is revealing so many things daily, one day, so many lessons actually. Very nice story of Ajamala because every day Maharaj touches Ajamala. Ajamala without touching, the class won't go. Ajamala is such a great soul, we could say. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for the wonderful class. Hare Krishna. Dandavat.
Srinath Prasad.
Hare Krishna and Pranam Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I think it's too late. Shall we continue or?
I have time.
Okay. Then it's okay. Prabhuji, while hearing all this discussion which Matajis were having before Gail Mataji also, so I just was reminded of one pastime of Srila Prabhupada when Prabhupada was in Jhansi, and he started this movement as devotees, League of Devotees.
League of Devotees, yeah.
So then there was one devotee, and Prabhupada was talking to him, and he said that we can go to different planets depending on our desire. So then
Yeah.
Prabhupada gave him a book like Easy Journey to Other Planets.
Yeah.
So he said that, can we go to this moon planet? Prabhupada said, yes, you can go to any planet. So then that person told that, if I go to moon planet, then can I come back to Jhansi? So Prabhupada was laughing. So our condition, I think, I was just able to relate that our condition, we have desire to go to spiritual world, but we are so much attached to our family, our properties, our so many things in this material world. And even if we right now also Krishna comes and tells, "Come, let's go." So I don't think that I'm talking about my own self only. I don't not about others. But we are so much engrossed here in this material world that even if uh, Krishna sends someone that bring this person, so I don't think so. We'll just think, no, I have to just do this first, and just give me some more time. Come after
That is
15
the
days.
story of Kailash.
Uh-huh. Exactly. So, but we think of going to spiritual world, but we are not having that distaste for this material world, or we don't have that attachment for the spiritual world, and we really want to go, and we are just looking for that moment.
Yeah, true.
And during that discussion, I also a question popped up in my mind that like we are all practicing devotion. So when when this Shantaras you were discussing, so when a tree there in the spiritual world is standing and Krishna is playing with his friends, sakhas, and his girlfriends, do those trees have a desire that why we are not able to relish the Sakhya Bhav or the Madhuri Bhav or any other Bhav for that matter? But now that Yat Gatvana Nivartate, so now they have gone to the spiritual world, they can't come and have that desire of being a friend of Krishna or a, a, a lover of Krishna. So how do those trees who are serving Krishna in the Shantaras, uh, what do they have such desires that are
No, they are complete in themselves, bro. They are complete. They are happy. They are happy. They don't understand also that there is a. They may appreciate Madhuri Ras, but they
okay?
will not have desire to get it.
Okay.
They are happy in themselves. They are complete. Like you have 1 liter jug, 10 liters jug, 20 liters jug, and jug is filled.
Hmm.
You cannot pour anything into it.
Hmm.
So that means they themselves are in complete state. They are perfected beings.
So they're relishing the
Shanda, they are relishing
highest
what they
in
are in
that
the
in
state.
that bhav only.
Yes, yes, yes. They are relishing.
Okay. So they don't feel because
No,
like
they know it is
because
higher, but they don't like Hanuman.
uh,
Hanuman knows Madhurya Rasa is higher, but he don't want to change his rasa. He want to be in Dasa Rasa only.
hmm, that makes sense, bro. I was thinking that if somehow or the other, in some lifetime we reach to spiritual world and then we are in that mood, but then will that thought also come in the spiritual world that
No,
why
we will get the mood only to whomever we are following. If our
following?
guru is in
Hmm.
Madhurya,
Hmm.
we will get Madhurya. If our guru is in Shanta, we are in Shanta, like that. So whomever you are following, you will get that mood and rasa.
And it will be revealed in
It
time
will means
due to due.
you are in that association, you will become like that. Whom you are taking inspiration and guidance,
Mhm.
you will become like that. So if your guru is in that rasa, you are following him, you will also get that rasa.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Radha Pramod. We are so truly very, very grateful to you for extending yourself always and putting so much of hard work in making these presentations and explaining and trying to give you are giving your heart in whatever person the questions are there. So you just don't. I never saw you getting like even you very calmly you just hear the question 100 times and then you try to answer them. So grateful to you, Prabhuji.
This training by Balram Shakti Pro.
We're so blessed. We're truly very blessed.
Hare Krishna, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Shyam Sundar Pro.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, just now you said for all the people the Yamaduta will not come. How can we understand? Because the body always the soul want to be along with the body, but they don't want to come outside. In that case, if nobody are coming and I mean to say either Yamadutas or in the Sajamila story, either Yamadutas or the Vishnudutas will come. But in normal people, if these two people are will not come, then who will come and how they will take it out from that body?
Material nature, it will end. You cannot continue with the body. So material nature will the loss will work in such a way that pranavayu comes out of the body. We don't know how it comes. We don't know the technology, but it happens. Like say somebody is committing suicide. How did the soul come or the subtle body comes out? Uh,
In can
if
meet
somebody is committing suicide, how did the subtle body come out?
Prabhu, I'm Pawan Gaurangas. We both are hearing in same
Acha,
device.
acha.
Sorry. Prabhu, you mentioned like see, I understood that now when one somebody is leaving the body, then that body will be taken care by the material nature, right? It will be
Mhm.
destroyed. But what about the soul? If the Yamadotas, if he's a sinful person, then Yamadota should come, or else Vishnudota. If Yamadota is also not coming, Vishnudotas are coming, then who is taking care of that soul? And that's the question.
Means
Means
he does
he
not
does
have
not
body,
have
so
body,
he
so
will.
he will.
What happens
What
is
happens is
his
Oh, wait, wait.
last rites are
last
done.
rites
The
are
soul
done.
There's
is
too
waiting
much
for
Too much
13th
echo.
day.
echo.
You will see.
Oh
Yeah.
my
See,
God.
oh my God.
Echo too
Echo
much.
too much.
Pro, you have to mute, I think. Yeah. So what is happening is the soul will observe all the rituals that are done, and it will move on to the next destination. So the how it happens in detail, we also don't know. It is in a very subtle process. In Puranas and all, they only tell that they move on to the next destination. They will go enter into the next body. Maybe that is how the nature decides. But one more thing that is also given, that all of them they go to the abode of Emeraj, but they go in different directions, different gates. If they go in southern direction, then Emeraj looks very fearful. In other directions, Emeraj looks very mild and gentle. They go there, he will make the verdict that okay, this is your next place, this is your next place, and then he will go. So that's how. Only if they go through southern gate, then all this Vaitarani river and all these things they have to face. Otherwise, it won't happen for everyone. Somebody has to go to heaven. So Yamadutas they will not take them. They go to the Samyamani Yamara's abode, and they will get the decisions made. Okay, he will enjoy this much, he will get this his body, and then he will continue. So that's what actually it is explained in Garuda Puran, but the details are not given. So who will take charge? Somebody. No need to take charge, we just walk. Like say I have to go to from here to Delhi, then I know I have to go to Delhi, so I'll go there and continue. So the soul will enter into another body. Like when the demigods fall from heaven, they enter into water droplets and they enter into grain, and that grain is taken by somebody and it enters into the semen and enters into the womb of mother. Now, which womb to go and where to go, they don't know it. They just fall from that heaven and then they enter into some mother's womb. So that's how the system works. The detail, like which body they are going to get on, they also don't know. But who is working there? Material nature is working. So destination Vidhata, Brahma decides. So Brahma makes all living entity travel from one body to another body like that. So okay, bro.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Raj.
Thanks.
Take this down, Raj.
Gail Mata, you have something still?
Yeah, just we were talking about Ajamil. He chanted the name without offense, isn't it?
Yeah,
And so,
it came to Namabasa stage without offense. That's why it is Namabas for him.
but I thought that my understanding was that if you chant the name without offense, without offense at all, oh
Yeah,
my God, then you will attain bhava.
when you are in when you chant with full after Anartha Nivritti, when you are chanting Shuddha Nam, then it will come like that.
No,
Anyway,
no.
that discussion will come in. No, no, this holy name discussion is going to come. Balram Shakti Prabhu is going to discuss. It is coming in next chapter, more detail. So then
Mm.
you will get more clarity.
Oh, okay. Okay,
We'll not
just to
discuss
go back.
on Namabhas and all because that's all another full subject only. I don't want to
Okay.
confuse you by just giving some half-baked knowledge. We'll go in more detail there.
Mm, mm. Okay, but just to go back for one moment to how you were saying that if a person is to get, let's say, a hog body, right? They don't yet
Hmm.
have taste for stew or something like that, so they have to get that, be put in a situation where they develop that taste. But
Yes.
the reason why they're getting a hog body is because they were behaving in a way to get that hog body, no?
Means they
So
are
why?
showing the desire to have it. They are showing a desire to have it, but they didn't have the complete opportunity to have. Like say, now I am desiring to become an engineer. I have a desire to
Mm-hmm,
become engineer. I cannot directly become engineer. Now 4 years, 5 years, I have to go to university, study. Then only I'll become.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
So this is also like that. You have a desire, but
mm-hmm.
you are not qualified. So you will be trained for that, and then you are given. Oh, you want this body? Fine with me. So we'll give you. But practice. So few years of practice, and then one fine day, person ends up in that body.
So in this life, I'm only by the kinds of foods that I'm eating, let's say, in this life, I'm showing desire only to have a hog
Yeah.
body.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
So who will desire to have a hog body? They will not desire to have a hog body. They want to eat anything and everything. That's why they get a hog body. Hare Krishna. I think this is one of the longest class we had. Devotees who are sitting from 7:15 till now.